Most players tend to have 3 good reasons to turn out for the Barbarians: the honor, the fun and the money. But a lot of this latest baa-baas side had a 4th too. They wanted to prove a point to Steve Hansen and the All Blacks management. There were 10 New Zealanders in the Barbarians starting lineup, and another 3 on the bench. For a few, such as Ben Franks and Andy Ellis, their All Blacks careers are already over, but plenty of the rest still dream of making the team. And a number of them, especially the young fly-half Richie Mo'unga, the fullback George Bridge and the prop Atu Moli, made a pretty good case. Mo'unga and Moli are going to join up with the All Blacks for their midweek game against a France 15. If you cannot beat them, join them. Unfortunately for Hansen, the other 2 outstanding New Zealanders in the Barbarians lineup were Ellis and Steve Luatua, who have both quit Super Rugby to play overseas. Ellis, who won the last of his 28 caps in 2015, had a sparky game at scrum half, snapping his passes this way and that, sniping around the breakdown. He led the Barbarians well. Ellis is 33 and playing out the final few years of his career in Japan. Luatua, though, is in his prime, but felt he had to move from Auckland to Bristol because they offered him so much more money than New Zealand Rugby did. The 2 offers were night and day, in his phrase, his salary in the UK enough to make his extended family secure for a few years yet. Hansen understands, but it must have been a bittersweet feeling to see Luatua play so well. This time last year, Luatua was in the All Blacks team who beat Italy 6,810 in Rome. He said it was a very weird feeling to be turning out against them now, but he soon seemed to get used to it. He was superb in the first half, when he made 4 bullocking runs, one from his own line after he intercepted a flat pass from TJ Perenara. Bridge had just enough pace to stay ahead of Waisake Naholo and finish off the try. By the time Luatua limped off in the 60th minute, he had made 12 carries for 126 meters, and 8 tackles. He says he will move back to New Zealand one day, but it will not be time for the 2019 World Cup. Mo'unga will be there, though. He almost made the first try by selling a deaf dummy to Nathan Harris, but Arte Sevilla hauled him down just before he could wriggle over the line. He did finish one soon after, popping up on the right wing, and he showed some brilliantly skillful touches around the field, like the brilliant catch he took deep in his own half, just inside the touchline. He flicked the ball back infield, just before he fell out of play. Mo'unga was called up to the All Blacks squad for the first time last month as cover for Beauden Barrett. You guess, he will be back in the test squad full-time soon enough. Bridge shaped up well at fullback too, especially as he did not even know he was going to be playing till this time last week. Julian Sevilla, though, hardly seemed to feature. Conspicuous as he is out on the wing, the ball barely came his way, and when it did, he did not manage to do much with it. The bus was pretty much parked up on the touchline. Sevilla's record, 46 tries and 54 tests, is so good, his performance in this match surely will not figure too much in Hansen's thinking in the future. The coach had hoped that a week with the Barbarians would rejuvenate Sevilla's game, help him to get back the love for the sport, which by his own admission, he lost some time in the past few months. Sadly for Sevilla, it does not seem to have worked out that way. Hansen admitted he would be lying if he said he hadn't been paying attention to the way the New Zealanders in the Barbarians team had played, but, at the same time, he was not about to read too much into it. The match was, as Hansen said, a festival game, played and refereed that way. Barrett even complained to Nigel Owens it had become a bit too much of a carnival. Hansen has an old-school streak and appreciates the value of the Barbarians. Perhaps that was why he had another moan about the lack of English players in the Barbarians team. He should not grumble too much. It at least meant a couple of future All Blacks gotta run out.